As you know, the UK land bridge is strategically important for Ireland's economy, and 2/3 of the exports to the continent go over the land bridge. It's 3 million tonnes, it's €100 billion worth of trade, and about 150,000 trucks per year. The UK exiting from the EU obviously is going to complicate that matter. As you said, the UK has signed up to the Common Transit Convention. Now, however, it is my understanding that agri-food products and live animal products are not covered under that, and you might clarify whether that is or is not the case. You may also clarify what is going to be the role of non-Irish citizens driving trucks. In other words, for example, if a Romanian truck driver or a Polish truck driver is driving an Irish truck, will they still be covered under the Common Transit Convention to access through the UK land bridge in those circumstances? Will you also address the congestion that still may be faced by trucks at Dover, which I understand has still not been resolved? And finally, can you confirm whether or not you have raised the ownership of Rosslare Europort with your counterpart in the UK?
1 minute.
A couple of questions there. First of all, the Common Transit or Transport Convention effectively means, in simple terms, that if you steal a container in Dublin and it's going to France or to Belgium or to the Netherlands, that it should be able to travel using Britain as a land bridge and get back into the single market without being checked. It may have to be scanned in terms of it passing through, but actually the goods shouldn't have to be checked. So that's what we're trying to achieve here, so that Irish trucks don't get treated as coming from a third country outside of the European Union re-entering the single market, and that is what should be facilitated. Of course, it's not as straightforward as that, though. Because if the connectivity between the south coast of England and the EU single market through France in particular, but also the Netherlands, isn't as seamless as it is today, well, then Irish trucks get stuck in that traffic. And certainly they're not going to be facilitated, I think, in skipping the queue easily. We have spoken to our French counterparts about trying to differentiate between goods that originate in the UK and goods that originate effectively in the single market in Ireland and are coming back into the single market, to ensure that Irish trucks, where possible, don't get stuck in the same parking and inspection systems that, for example, British trucks would.
Final question, Deputy.
Thank you, Minister. I asked 4 questions. One of them was roughly touched on, so I'll repeat the other 3. Does the Common Travel Convention apply to agri-products, fish products and live animals? What is the position of non-Irish drivers driving trucks under the Common Travel Convention through the UK land bridge? And Rosslare Europort, which is established under the Rosslare and Fishguards Harbours Company 1898 by UK statutory instrument, which is effectively still controlled by the UK government. Have you raised the ownership of that? I've asked that PQ several times now in a written form. Yes, Rosslare Europort is owned by the Rosslare Fishguards Harbours Company, established in 1898 by UK statutory instrument, a UK Act. Its future is effectively controlled by the UK government. They can dissolve that company in the morning if they want. They may like the idea of having a port still in the EU once they Brexit. So has that been raised? I've asked that question numerous times in a written question. Obviously, probably somebody in your department has been answering it. But it is an important issue, and I would like it answered.